Class 12th, Subject Education, Chapter 3, Medieval Education, Muslim Education during Mughal period. After Ancient Education, Buddhist Education, next up we have is Medieval Education, which is of Mughal period. Muslim rule established in India in the Medieval Age. Muhammad Ghori was the first Muslim ruler who came to India in 12th century AD. Muslim rulers ruled India for about 600 years. It was because of their efforts that Islamic education found its roots in our country. Talking about the need of education, Prophet Muhammad said that whatever precious gift the parents may give to their children, the gift of education is best of them. Muslim rulers destroyed the originality of Indian system of education because of their religious fanaticism. Replacing Indian value, they introduced their own language, culture and religion. Gradually, Indian culture absorbed Muslim education and culture. See, everybody has an aim. And Muslim people concentrated on Islamic education. Their aim was to spread Islamic education, and they spread as much as they can. They ruled in India in the medieval age. Muhammad Ghori was the first ruler who came to India in which century? 12th century AD Anno Domini. It was because of their effort that the Islamic education found its roots in our country. See, they did so much effort for spread the Islamic education in India, and finally they succeeded. According to Prophet Muhammad, he said that whatever precious gift the parents may give to their children, the gift of education is best of them. Muslim rulers destroyed the originality of Indian system. Finally, they destroyed the originality of Indian system and they replaced the Indian values and they introduced their own language, their culture, their religion. Now have a look on the aim and ideals of Muslim education. Number 1, spread of learning. Their very first and important aim was to spread what? Learning. The main aim of Muslim education was of a spread of learning in Muslim. They believe that knowledge is the root cause of salvation. According to Muslim mythology, the man can make differences between dharma and adharma, good and bad, through education. See, the focus is on education, and especially on Islamic education. According to them, people make differences between dharma and adharma when they are educated. They make difference between good and bad when they are educated. Number 2, spread of Islam. The second aim of Muslim education was the spread of Islam in India. They took it as their religious duty to spread their religious message among the masses. They believed and decorated the missionary with the honor of Ghazi. Thus, the Muslim rulers did all the possible attempt with full zest to continue it in all the ages. Masses, which means people or community or the crowd. Okay, so their aim was to spread Islam in India, in Indian people, in Indian crowd. Number 3, spread of Muslim culture. The third aim of Muslim education was spread of Muslim culture into Indian masses. Their aim was to spread Muslim culture into Indian people. They attempt to spread it with forces under undesirable conditions. Thus, they transplanted Muslim culture in India. They sought the help of education in the religious and cultural propagation. See, through the help of education, they did all this. Through the help of education, they spread Muslim culture in Indian people. So their focus is on education. Number 4, infusion of religiousness. The Muslim state in India was a theocracy. Theocracy, which means A system of government in which priests rule in the name of God or a god. Okay, it is a kind of system. Simple. Okay. The existence of which was theoretically justified by the need of religion. Therefore, they founded maktab and madrasas in Moscow, where all the students shared their religion, offered collective prayers, and lived in the guardianship of religious leader of the Moscow, i.e. Maulvi. Maktab, where they get primary education. Okay. And madrasas where they get higher education. So here religion is very, very essential. They found maktab and madrasa where they lived together. They shared their religion. They do prayers. They lived in the guardianship of a religious leader. Okay. Which we call Maulvi. Number 5, infusion of distinct morality. Morality means good values, good ideal. The 5th objective of Muslim education was to train the citizens according to strict rule of the religion to develop the ethical values, code of conduct, custom and more in them. So here the aim was to develop the ethical value, code of conduct, custom and more. And how? To train the citizens. Means if we give them training, we can develop ethical values, customs, code of conduct in them. Number 6, formation of character. Now in this topic we are talking about the formation of character, building of character, character formation. Prophet Paighambar Sahab had highly emphasized the need of formation of character. Here Paighambar Sahab had highly emphasized the need of formation of character. Muslims believe that through Muslim education one can activate the ideal values which are essential for character formation. According to them, ideal values are important for character formation. So Muslim believes that through Muslim education they can do this. Okay. Number 7, achievement of worldly prosperity. Prosperity, which means success, achievement, welfare, good luck. So here we are talking about worldly prosperity. The 7th objective of Muslim education is to prepare the men for worldly leisure, means free time. Islam does not believe in rebirth of the person. Therefore, all educational attempts are to glorify the present status of the men. The educational attempts are to glorify the present status of the men. Number 8, establishment of Muslim supremacy. Okay. Supremacy, which means domination or importance, both. One of the objectives of Muslim education was to establish Muslim supremacy through religious, moral and ethical aspects of Islam religion. Here we are talking about the establishment of Muslim supremacy, means their domination. So one of the objectives of the Muslim education was to establish Muslim supremacy through religious. How can we establish Muslim supremacy? Through religious, moral and ethical aspects of Islam religion. Therefore, the education was treated as the sole source to change Hindus' behavior in its favor. They believed that it was only possible through forced imposition of Islam in India. See, they wanted to merge, or you can say that they wanted their domination, their full domination on India. They wanted to spread Islamic education. So, and they wanted to establish Muslim supremacy. So they did all their efforts. So through Muslim education, they established Muslim supremacy. So these all are the important aims of Muslim education. That's all for today. Thank you so much.